Hi everyone, this is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a kind of different reading for you. It's going to be pick a card. We're going to be focusing on happiness. No, it is a broad term, but also one that is astoundingly important and carries so much weight with it. So let's see Spirit's message for our happiness and what Spirit wants us to know. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much. So let's just take a moment to see which card, which pile resonates with you. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. All right. Now, if you resonated with the cat, we have here the Five of Swords. So, Spirit's message for happiness here with the Five of Swords is we're facing a battle that we have faced before, but we're not the same person. And yet we're going to come to, it doesn't have to necessarily be a battle. We're going to come to this situation kind of with the same energy, right? I am who I once was, and I once was who I am type of energy. And Spirit's like, but you're not. You're not the same person that you were. There is also a level of guilt that is had here. So the Five of Swords can be seen as bad sportsmanship, right? A sense of winning and braggadociousness and, not being a good sport about it. But also remember, in medieval times, if you would tell your opponent, that you would give them back their sword or you would, go mercifully on them, you'd be laughed at by everybody else. You'd be like, what the heck is going on? You're starting a blood feud type of thing. There wasn't the same sense of mercy or even fair play that we have now. So just be mindful about this. Yes, there was fairness and there was rules, but it was also like, winner takes all type of mentality. And there was a ruthlessness to existence. It doesn't mean that we follow medieval examples, like never, but there's also this sense of I have won, I won. The energy that we need to accept. Like we cannot do everything for everyone, be everything for everyone. And we cannot make everything perfect. We just can't. So this is going to be a time where we're coming to a certain situation and we're looking at it for our happiness and we're like, okay, it should go like this. And Spirit's like, but you're not the same person. And then there's also a level of guilt of winning or achieving or succeeding or obtaining happiness. And Spirit's like, why? Would they feel guilty if it was you left feeling sorrowful and miserable? So just be aware of this during this time because it's not the same game. There's also a need of release and of freedom. Five is a freedom number. And so there is something holding us back, and it's a weight of the past that is holding us back in the present. And Spirit's like, why? What are we afraid of? What are we overwhelmed by? What what has hurt us mentally, emotionally that we need to release or we need to address. So that's going to be a big thing. And that's an important thing. A lot of times we think, okay, just keep on moving forward, keep on going, see where everything takes you type of deal. And, any movement is better than stagnation. And sometimes it's not stagnation, it's assessing, it's staying still and assessing. Meditation is usually done still. Now you can do it with movement, right? With walking, but still meditation is what most of us think of when we think of somebody sitting, crisscross applesauce meditating. So here, just a level of stillness is going to be super important because we need to connect with our inner self and say, okay, what is happiness for me? And then it moves us, if you were drawn to the shell, it moves us to the High Priestess. Now, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, lifting the veil from our eyes. This is also psychic connection, empathicness. This is this is emotional connection. This is spirituality. This is the veil being lifted from your eyes. So when we're talking about happiness here, we're talking about a more spiritual happiness. And that connecting with our spirituality, connecting with our inner self is going to be just really, really, really important for us. And we're going to think it's not. Here also, we can find there to be a level of frustration. I always think of the Oracle of Delphi when I think of the High Priestess. And the Oracle of Delphi gave people from, the most powerful people from all over the ancient world their prophecies of existence. But it was held in such a riddle that it spent a lifetime unraveling it. And that's what divinity gives us. Divinity gives us, our possibilities, gives us our, Delphiric, I don't even know if that's a word, experience, connection. But it's such a riddle that we spend our life working it out, figuring it out, unraveling it. And that's going to be a very important thing for us during this time, that we need to connect. Also, things are not as they appear, and we need to trust our intuition and our instincts. We're going to have a sense of poo-pooing ourselves, of being like, oh, don't be so ridiculous, don't be so drama-filled. Like, where are you getting that from? Look at the energy of things. You're going to find that you're actually drawn to the energy of things first. So if you think, oh, wow, that should make me happy, like that would be so cool. But inwardly, you're like, no, I don't want to. Listen to your gut, listen to your instincts. Let the veil be lifted. You're going to be seeing things in a way where it's beyond what others see. It's beyond what other people, like mainstream people, experience. And it's not a bad thing. You're looking at things more deeply, more openly, more honestly, more intuitively for yourself. And that's going to be a game changer. And it is a game changer for us during this time. But also the game changer in our projection forward, even, is going to be, how do I accept this? How do I see me? How do I move forward in my energy? What is it that I want? The High Priestess gives us a different view, connects us with our inner heart, connects us with our transformation, deeper insights, deeper understanding, deeper knowledge, deeper wisdom. Are we ready for this? Does it overwhelm us? What are we seeing? And what are we becoming? So happiness is a deeper connection with spirit and also a trusting of our gut. It brings us then to the thimble. If you are connected to the thimble, we have the well, which this deck has, I believe, 2 extra cards in it, the well and the artist. So it's time to go deeper. The well is really embracing a depth of creativity, insight, imagination. It's going deeper into ourselves. The well links beautifully with the High Priestess. Actually, all these cards link beautifully together. And there's a sense of so much more than we have imagined coming forward. We can be limiting ourselves in one way or another, and that's fine. We can do that, and we do that all the time as human beings. But the well is saying for our happiness, and that, expands to move us forward to see more. We need to dive deeper. We're only scratching the surface. There's deep dives that we need to go into. There's a sense of immersion, of deeper understanding, of exploring, of seeing from different angles. That's going to be a very big deal for us. And it's going to be surprising. It's going to kind of take us by surprise, or I'm hearing take us by storm in one way or another. And then as we dive deeper into it, we can find a community that we never knew existed before, and that just, aligns with us, or we can find a deeper insight, we can find deeper understanding, we can find questions we never thought of asking, and then start to go down a path of answers we, again, never were even privy to the existence of. That's going to open up doors for us. This is a time for a deep dive. This is a time to get immersed into something. This is a time to kind of fall down the rabbit hole and say, well, what is it next? What is coming? What could possibly be? And that's going to be kind of exciting, and it's going to be a big thing. Okay. Now, if you were drawn to all of the decks because, same, you love the tarot and you love the story that they tell, let's see what they have to say. The Five of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Well. We're not the same person we were. And we're kind of coming to things in that air, in that light of that we are. We're coming to things like, oh, I know how this will work out because it happened once upon a time. And the Spirit's like, no, you're not that same person. There's a level of freedom that we need to embrace. We kind of have ourselves shackled to something. We have ourselves held back one way or another. And also to celebrate our wins, to let ourselves win without feeling guilty or, bad for, or, pulled down one way or another by people who wouldn't give us a second thought, if they were the ones who had won, if they were the ones who were moving forward. But never lose your compassion. It's one of the most beautiful things to keep and one of the hardest things to keep in this world. So it is knowing that we're not the same people that we were. We're coming to this with more knowledge, more power to us. And embrace your win. Like, embrace your success. The High Priestess is the veils lifting from your eyes. You're seeing things with more clarity, more insight, you're seeing things more real than you have ever seen them before. And as that realization comes to you, Spirit starts talking to you more. Well, it's not that Spirit starts talking to you more. is that you start listening better. And that becomes the game changer. You start listening better and your ears start connecting to, the whispers of your angels, the whispers of your spirit guides, the talk from divinity, the way your heart leads you forward, the way you can be guided to things. And then you're going to see yourself guided and you're going to see yourself falling down, either new hobbies, new ideas, new questions, new literature, new books. Like when I say literature, it doesn't have to be like, literature. It's like new books, new creativity, new paint colors that come together, new ways of expressing your art. And it's like, oh, and you're going to see that actually that also ties you to your past life self. That also ties you to your your soul self. And you're going to see that doors start opening, insights start coming. So when spirit is talking about happiness, spirit is talking about a happiness that like resonates to your very marrow of being and opens up doors in ways that you could never have imagined. All right. All right, I hope this reading has resonated with you. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random on the 1st of March and announced in a completely separate video. So, good luck to everyone. Keep your eyes open. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box. It will not be me. So, do be mindful about that. And also, oh, yes, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Now, let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.